Good afternoon, dear students. Sadvika, Rishu, Tanvi, Riya. Today we shall study the report writing, and then we shall also revise the job application. So, first of all, we have to know what is a report, right? So, dear students, a report writing is of two types. Okay, one is report writing, report written in the newspaper. Another is a report written in the magazine. Okay, so there are two types of report. We write report in newspaper as well as in magazines. Okay, so these two types of report are almost similar except for one minor difference that I'll discuss today. And basically a report is a short, sharp, concise write-up which is written for a particular purpose and audience. A report is a short, sharp, concise write-up which is written for a particular purpose and audience. Now the question is, what is report writing? A report writing is a brief account of an event that has already taken place. Okay, so always remember, the report means the incident has already taken place. So you may be a witness to the incident, or you may have heard it from an account from somebody, okay, or from some other sources. Okay, so but the incident has already taken place. It helps in recording events of importance that occurs in our day-to-day life and attempts to present the first-hand information of an incident or event. So a report tends to present a first-hand information of an incident or event. It presents a record of events that took place. A report on an event includes ideas, opinion, and impression on the event. Okay. Now, see, a report can be a report writing can also be of an event. Okay, suppose annual day of your school, or say investiture ceremony, for example, or the farewell ceremony. Okay, so this is a report of an event. An incident means it can be an accident also, or it can be a it can be about election also. It can be about any real life incident that takes place in our day-to-day life. Okay, and report is also about event. So it can be about event, or it can be also about an incident. Right now, we shall discuss, we shall learn some of the value points. Okay, we shall learn some of the value points of a report. Okay, so what are the important do's and don'ts that we need to remember when it comes to writing the report? So dear students, you see here, you need to mention the place, date, time, and other relevant facts about the event. Right, you need to mention the place, date, time, and other relevant facts about the event. You have to include information collected from people around or influenced by the event. Right, so you need to include information collected from people around or influenced by the event. You need to write the name of the reporter, provide a suitable title or heading. Right, so you need to write the name of the reporter, the person you are writing the report. You have to write the name of the reporter. Suppose you are a reporter, so your name should be written, of course. Okay, and you need to also provide a suitable title or heading. Right, so it can be about providing a suitable title or heading as well. Right, so first of all, what you do when it comes to report writing, you need to give a suitable title or heading. After you have given a suitable title or a heading, what you need to do is to write the name of the reporter just below the title or the heading. So just below the title or the heading, you are supposed to write the name of the reporter. Often written in past tense using passive voice to communicate information effectively. a report is often written in past tense, right? Because I hope you remember, like when we discussed about the fact that what reported writing is all about. We came to know that a report is a report writing is about an incident or an event that has already taken place. So if an incident or an event has already taken place, it means we have to, whenever it comes to writing a report about that incident or an event, it has to be written in the past tense, right? Past tense, because the incidences or the event has already taken place. That is why we need to write the report in the past tense, right? So we need to write the report in the past tense. Okay. Mansi, I didn't get any slot yet actually, right? So I have to inquire about this slot actually. Is it offline slot or online slot? I need to see, because online slot I have not been informed about the slot that you have written here. It could be offline slot, might be. Okay, so that I have to inquire actually. Do you have any information, Mansi, whether the slot you are referring to is an online slot or an offline slot? If you have any knowledge about it, let me know. Okay. Otherwise, if it is 11:30, then I will teach you at 11:30 only. If there is no particular, if there is no clashes there, then I am free at 11:30. I can also teach you from 11:30 to 12:10. Okay, but I do not have any information with me so far, so I have to take information, right? Okay. So you see, dear students, here you have to write the name of the reporter and provide a suitable title or heading. So you need to provide a suitable title or heading, right? So you need to provide a suitable title or heading. Then you have to write the name of the reporter. Then, often written in past tense using passive voice to communicate information effectively, reported speech and passive forms of expression add impact and force. Okay, so reported speech, because it is a report, therefore it is better to write in the reported speech, not in the direct speech, right? So whenever you are writing a report about an incident or an event, it is better to write in the reported speech, indirect speech, and of course passive form of expression is also preferred. Okay, most of the places, it is estimated that 25 people were injured. So this is passive form, right? So whenever you are giving a data or you are giving the number statistics, it is better to write in passive form only. Okay, and then develop ideas, causes, reasons, consequences, opinions logically, right? So if it is a fire incident, for example, you are giving a report on fire incidents. In that case, first of all, why the fire took place, okay, causes you give, then consequences, how many people were became the victims, how many people were injured, and what was the loss, okay, in terms of property. All these things will come in sequence. So first of all, before you write the report, you need to build up the rough draft, okay, where in sequence you have to write certain value points based on which you need to sort of you need to make your report, okay, in sequence. So whenever you will develop ideas, you develop in terms of cause, reasons, consequence, okay, etc. Understood? So that will come in a sequence. Like, do you remember what I told you many times before? Like, for example, if you are writing about noise pollution, for example, an article you're writing about noise pollution, in that case what will you do? You have to write about what is noise pollution first, okay, the causes of noise pollution first, then will come the effect of noise pollution, right? Then in the next paragraph you have to write, give your suggestions as to how you can minimize noise pollution, right? So this is called logical sequence. So whenever you write the report also, you need to write it in logical sequence, okay? So this is how you have to proceed, dear students, right? Report an event in the order in which it happened, okay? In the order in which it happened, right? So suppose you are reporting an event about, for example, annual day of your school. So suppose first of all, in what happens in annual day, first of all, the chief guest comes, okay, then lightning ceremony, lightning of the diya, okay, takes place, then Saraswati Vandana. So these sequences of the event you need to mention in sequence, okay? These sequences you have to mention in exactly in the same order in which the event took place. Understood? So that is the meaning of report an event in the order in which it happened. Understood? So maintain the order, okay? Then write a report in 3 to 4 short paragraphs, okay? You are supposed to write the report in 3 to 4 short paragraphs only, okay? Okay, then let us see what should each paragraph include, right? So what should each paragraph include? Paragraph 1 should include brief introduction of the event, okay? So paragraph 1 should include the brief introduction about the event. Paragraph 2 and 3 should give details of incident like what, how, when, where, any special happening, okay? Then para 4 concluding remarks regarding action taken or required, okay? So this is what each para should include. Para 1 should include brief introduction of the event. See here, para 1 should include brief introduction of the event. Para 2 and 3 should include details of incident like what, how, when, where, okay? This is very important. What two incidents took place, how it took place, when it took place, and where it took place. So these are the 4 elements of of the incidents you have to mention, and then any special happening, and then para 4 should be concluding remarks regarding action taken or required, okay? If there is any action taken, suppose for fire incidents, okay, if there is any action required, so that action taken or action required should come in paragraph number 4. So paragraph number 4 should deal with the action taken or action required. So that is what is the report writing all about, dear students, okay? Now important tips: be brief, to the point, and systematic, right? You need to be very brief, to the point, and systematic in your writing. Write in a less formal and more descriptive manner, okay? You don't need to be very much formal in writing report, okay? You can write in less formal manner but in a more descriptive manner, because see, report writing is basically about giving details about the incidents or the event, right? So if you do not describe it in a way, in a detailed manner, in that case people won't be able to follow your or enjoy or get full information about your report. Therefore it is important that you should describe in detail your content, right? Next is In case of school, as I told you in the very beginning of this class, that report writing is of two kinds: report writing in newspaper, report writing in school magazine. Okay, it can be in newspaper also, it can be in school magazine also. In case it is in newspaper, you need to write down the date, then place also. Like suppose an incident has taken place in New Delhi, so you will write New Delhi, comma January 25th, for example. Okay, but if the report is written in school magazine, if the report is written in school magazine, or for school magazine, in that case you don't have to write the name of the place and date. Just you give the title, then writer's name, and straightway you can start with the report. Okay, so in case of school magazine reports, name of the school, date and place need not be written. Name of the school need not be written, date and place need not be written, right? A boxed report gives a better and organized, see here, a boxed report gives a better and organized look, but box is not mandatory. Understood? A boxed report gives a better and organized look, but it is not mandatory. Okay, if you have time enough, you can include the report inside a box, otherwise it's okay. Then use past tense as reports are written after the event is over, as we have already discussed on this point. Okay, use past tense as reports are written after the event is over. Use of passive voice is also recommended. Okay, use of passive voice is also recommended, right? So you can also use the passive voice. Understood? As I told you, like if you are giving statistics, if you are referring to statistics data, then you need to write this data in passive voice structure. And as the event or the incidents has already taken place, that is why you need to write in past tense the report, right? Next you see, report an event in the order in which things have happened. Okay, report an event in the order, report an event in the order in which things have happened. Okay, that we have already told you. Maintain sequence of event, that is very important when it comes to report writing. Maintaining the sequence of events is very important, and then it is very important to write the entire report in past tense. Entire report should be written in past tense. Next you see, format a bold heading or title, name of the reporter, date of report along with name of the place if it is for newspaper, and if it is not for newspaper, there is no need of writing the date of the report along with name and place, not required. Okay, so here you can see title, writer's name 1 mark, content 2 marks. So in content what will come? What, where, when, chief guest, participation details, other details about the event or incident 2 marks, and expression also 2 marks. Expression means coherence, whether you have maintained the sequence of events while writing the report, that is called coherence. Okay, then relevance, whether whatever you have written is relevant to the topic. Spellings and grammatical accuracy will also consist of 2 marks. So it's a 5 mark report. So okay, so content will carry 2 marks, expression will carry 2 marks, and this format will carry 1 mark. Understood? Now let's go through one of the sample reports. Okay, one of the sample reports, so that we are able to understand it. Okay, okay, let's see this one, dear students. You are Shraddha by Shraddha of Gyan Bharati Residential School, Shalimar Bagh, Delhi. Your school organized an inter-school science exhibition. Write a report to be published in a local daily. Okay. So see, dear students, first of all, you have to see the topic. Topic is inter-school science exhibition. It means it is it is a report based on incidents or event. Tell me. The question is. Uh, um, okay, the question is now to you. You tell me, according to this question, uh, whether this question talks about an incident or an event. You tell me. Please. Please write your opinion. I mean the answer in the text box. The question you must have read the question. Now you tell me whether this is an example of an incident or an event. I am waiting for your response. Please do respond to me quickly. Yes, Tanvi has come up with the answer. Okay. Tanvi has come up with the answer. It is Tanvi Prakhar Rishu. Okay. राइट कर दो उसको, ये कौन है? Okay. So now let's go through this. So inter-school science exhibition, as it is inter-school science exhibition, so it's the example of an event, right? Now one more thing you have to remember, write a report to be published in a local daily. So local daily here refers to, some of the students have confusion on this. Local daily here refers to the daily newspaper that is published locally. Okay. Like there are two types of newspapers, right? One is local, one is national. Like the examples of national newspapers are the Times of India, the Hindustan Times, the Hindu, the Indian Express. These are some of the newspapers which are available all over the country. That is why they are called national newspaper. And there are some newspapers which are available in a particular region only, so they are called local newspapers. So local daily means local newspaper. You must be knowing the examples of local daily. Okay, you must be knowing the examples of the local newspapers which are available in the Vidarbha region. Okay, so you have to write the name of that newspaper. Okay, so what you can write is exhibition inaugurated, and as I told you, by Shraddha, as it is the report to be published in a local daily, that is a local newspaper, therefore you have to write the name of the place, then day and then date. Understood? But if the report was meant for the school magazine, then this part would not be required. This part was not required, but as it is to be published in the newspaper, therefore the place, name, all this should be mentioned. A grand 10-day science exhibition was inaugurated at Gyan Bharati Residential School. 40 schools from different parts of Delhi participated in the exhibition. See what, where, when, how is coming here. The theme of the exhibition was water purification and conservation. Inaugurating the exhibition, Justice Chaudhary stressed on water conservation and need of students' participation in creating social awareness. The students put up some really good exhibits for the exhibition. The students representing Progressive School, Sector 3, Noida, stole the show by exhibiting 4 working models which were selected for regional exhibition. Okay, the participants presented unique concepts for water purification, power saving, garbage disposal, and smart traffic signaling. The judges, guests, and media admired the exhibition and encouraged participation to popularize and strengthen scientific temper among the masses. The exhibition ended with prize distribution followed by blessings by the chief guest. The school principal presented a vote of thanks. Understood? So see, there is a sequence maintained here. How many events were put up in the exhibition? First of all, when was the exhibition when did the exhibition take place? Then what was the theme, right? And then who presided over the exhibition? Who was the chief guest? And who inaugurated the exhibition? And then what were the exhibits which were put up in the exhibition? Okay, so this is given, the details of those exhibits are given. Okay, and then the reaction of the judges, the guests, and the media was also mentioned in this report. Okay, and then towards the end, the vote of thanks by the principal. So it appears to be in a logical sequence. This report appears to be in logical sequence. This is how you have to write. When did the incidents or the event take place? Okay, where did it take place? Okay, and then when did this take place? Where did this take place? Then what was the theme, right? Who attended or who was the chief guest? Okay, and then if it is an exhibition, what are the exhibits? And then what was the reaction of the judges, guests, media, and then the vote of thanks. So let's move on to the next example. You see sample example number 2. Write a report to be published in your school magazine in 125 words on how Independence Day was celebrated in your school. You are Amita Puri of class 11 modern school Chanakya Puri. So Independence Day was celebrated in your school. Okay, so dear students, Independent day, so it is also event, right? Independence Day. So where do you need to write this letter? You need to write in school magazine. So as you are writing in school magazine, you see there is no date or mention of the place, day and date required. There is no need of writing place, day and date because it is being written in the school magazine, right? So it is an event. Yours is there now. Okay, so it is an event. So as you can see here, event is followed by the name of the writer, and then you see the event is written in logical sequence. You'll be able to understand once you read it. So dear students, my time is up. I've got to wind up now. So please go through this second sample example, then you work out at least 2 exercise and upload on the Google Classroom so that I can check your answers and will give you back. Okay, so thank you dear students.